Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss ICSE Class 10 Chemistry paper. I have taken 2019 paper. This is part 1 of the video in which we are going to discuss section 1. In section 1 you will have question 1 which has 8 subparts, 5 marks each. Okay, so let us begin. Question 1. Choose the correct answer from the option given below. First one, an electrolyte which completely dissociates into ions. The answer is sodium hydroxide. The other three, alcohol, carbonic acid and sucrose, they are organic compounds, organic electrolytes you can say. So they will partially dissociate. They will not completely dissociate into ions. Second question, the most electronegative element from the following is. Now the most electronegative, you cannot take magnesium or aluminium, so must be chlorine or sulfur. Chlorine is the most electronegative element. Okay. Third one, the reason for using aluminium in an alloy duralumin is, the reason is it is light, so it brings lightness. So duralumin is mostly used in aircraft to bring lightness. Okay. Fourth question, the drying agent used to dry HCl gas is, the answer is concentrated sulfuric acid. Don't write calcium oxide. Calcium oxide, you may get confused. Calcium oxide is used to dry ammonia gas, whereas concentrated sulfuric acid is used to dry HCl. Fifth one, a hydrocarbon which is a greenhouse gas is, you might have studied in physics also, a hydrocarbon which is a greenhouse gas is methane. Okay, next question. So these are the answers. Next question is, fill in the blanks with the choice given in the bracket. First one, conversion of ethanol to ethene by the action of concentrated sulfuric acid is an example of. Now concentrated sulfuric acid is a dehydrating agent and ethanol is converted to ethene means water is removed. That means dehydration takes place. Second one, when sodium chloride is heated with concentrated sulfuric acid below 200 degrees Celsius, one of the products formed is, it is sodium bisulfate. That means sodium hydrogen sulfate. Third one, ammonia reacts with excess chlorine to form. Now ammonia is NH3. If all the three hydrogens are replaced by chlorine because it reacts with excess of chlorine. So what is formed? Nitrogen trichloride is formed. Okay. Fourth one, substitution reactions are characteristic reaction of alkynes, alkenes, alkanes. Now here substitution. We are talking about substitution, not addition. So alkanes undergo substitution reaction because there is no double or triple bond to be in which other things can be added. So alkanes undergo substitution reaction. In period 3, the most metallic element is, in third period which is the first element, sodium. So sodium is the most metallic element. Okay. Next question. Write the balanced chemical equation for the following reaction. Reduction of copper 2 oxide by hydrogen. So copper 2 oxide CuO is reduced by hydrogen. Hydrogen itself will get oxidized. So CuO plus H2 gives Cu plus H2O is the reaction. You have to write this reaction. Second one, action of dilute sulfuric acid on sodium hydroxide. Sulfuric acid is an acid and sodium hydroxide is a base. So what will they form? They will form sodium sulfate. So 2NaOH reacts with H2SO4, forms Na2SO4 plus water, salt and water. Third one, action of dilute sulfuric acid on zinc sulfide. What happens when dilute sulfuric acid is added to zinc sulfide? It forms zinc sulfate and H2S gas is formed. Ammonium hydroxide is added to ferrous sulfate solution. So when ammonium hydroxide is added to ferrous sulfate solution, FeSO4, ammonium sulfate and ferrous hydroxide is formed. So NH4 twice SO4 and FeOH twice is formed. formed. Fifth one, chlorine gas is reacted with ethene. So what will happen when chlorine will react with ethene? Ethene has double bond. So what will happen? It will get added up. Addition reaction will take place and the double bond will be broken. Okay. So chlorine will get added to it. Double bond will be broken. So you will get C2H4Cl2. Okay. Next question. State one observation for each of the following. Okay. What is the observation? You have to write the observation. Concentrated nitric acid reacted with sulfur. What happens when concentrated nitric acid reacts with sulfur? So sulfuric acid, nitrogen dioxide and water is formed. So nitrogen dioxide, you will see the reddish brown fumes of nitrogen dioxide. This is your observation. Okay. Second one is ammonia gas is passed over heated copper 2 oxide. If you remember this diagram, when ammonia gas is passed over heated copper 2 oxide, what happens? The black copper oxide turns into reddish brown, pink or reddish brown substance. Okay. Third one, copper sulfate solution is electrolyzed using copper electrodes. So when copper sulfate solution is electrolyzed using copper sulfate electrodes, the cathode will become thicker. Why? Because the copper will be Cu becomes Cu plus from anode and it leaves 2 electrons, and that Cu2 plus takes 2 electrons and get deposited at cathode as copper. So cathode will become thicker and the color of the electrolyte will remain same. That means blue. Okay. Anode will get diminished in size and cathode will become thicker. Fourth one, a small piece of zinc is added to dilute hydrochloric acid. What happens when zinc reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid? Hydrogen gas is formed and zinc chloride is also formed. So due to this hydrogen gas, brisk effervescence are formed. A gas given out extinguishes burning splinter and itself burns with pop sound. So that is hydrogen gas. Okay. Fifth one, lead nitrate is heated strongly in a test tube. What happens when lead nitrate is heated strongly in a test tube? Lead monoxide is formed, which is yellow color, so yellow residue, and nitrogen dioxide, which is reddish brown. So reddish brown fumes of nitrogen dioxide is also formed. So 2 observations you can write. One is reddish brown gas is given out, that is nitrogen dioxide, and a yellow residue is left behind, that is lead monoxide. Okay. Next question. Calculate the number of moles in 12 gram of oxygen gas. Atomic mass of oxygen is 16. Oxygen gas means O2. So 16 into 2. That means 32. So number of moles in 12 gram of oxygen gas will be equal to 12 upon 32. That is equal to 0.375 moles. Okay. Second part of this question, you have to calculate the weight of 10 to the power 22 atoms of carbon. Okay. Carbon atom, the atomic mass is 12. Avogadro's number is 6 into 10 to the power 23. So how will you calculate the weight of 10 to the power 22 atoms of carbon 12? So weight of 10 to the power 22 atoms of carbon 12, it will be equal to 12 upon 6 into 10 to the power 23 into 10 to the power 22. Okay. So that you will get as 0.2 gram. Okay. Second part, molecular formula of compound is C6H18O3. Find its empirical formula. So now the ratio of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen is 6:18:3. Now the simple ratio will be 2:6:1. So the empirical formula will be C2H6 and O1, that is O only. Now F, question number F, first part, give the IUPAC name of the following organic compound. So in first one, it contains 3 carbon atoms, so it will be prop, and between 2 carbon atoms you have double bond. Okay, so it is propyne. Okay, so propyne. Okay. Now second one is, it contains 2 carbon atom, so the root word is eth, and it has a functional group CHO, that is aldehyde. So it will be al, and it is eth and single bond between carbon carbon, so ethane al, so it is ethanol. Okay. Second one, what is the special feature of the structure of ethyne? So in ethyne you have triple bond between two carbon atoms, so that is the special feature. Next question, name the saturated hydrocarbon containing two carbon atoms. Saturated hydrocarbon means single bond, no double or triple bond. Okay, with two carbon atom will be ethane. Okay. Give the structural formula of acetic acid. Acetic acid is nothing but ethanoic acid, CH3COOH, and the structural formula will be CH3CO, C double bond O and single bond O with H. Okay, so this is how you have to draw the structural formula. Okay. Next question. Give the appropriate term defined by the statements given below. First one, the formula that represents the simplest ratio of the various elements present in one molecule of a compound is called empirical formula. Okay. Second one, the substance that releases hydronium ion as the only positive ion when dissolved in water. They are acids. Okay. Bases will release hydroxyl ions. So if they are releasing hydronium ions, they are acids. Third one, the tendency of an atom to attract electrons towards itself when combined in a covalent compound is called electronegativity. Okay. Fourth one, the process by which certain ores, especially carbonates, are converted to oxides in absence of air. Absence of air. So it is calcination. If it is presence of air, you have to write roasting. Fifth one, the covalent bond in which the electrons are shared equally between the combining atom is called non-polar covalent bond. Next question. Arrange the following according to the instructions given in the bracket. You are given potassium, lead, calcium, zinc, and you have to arrange in increasing order of the reactivity. So this is the reactivity series, or the most reactive element is potassium, the least reactive element is gold, and the things given, the elements given here are lead, zinc, calcium and potassium. So this is the order. Okay, lead, zinc, calcium and potassium. So in this order you have to arrange. Second question, Mg2 plus, Cu2 plus, Na plus and H plus. You have to arrange in the order of preferential discharge at cathode. So this is the chart showing the preferential discharge of cation or at cathode. It increases downwards. You have to arrange in the preferential discharge taking place at cathode. So if you are given, if both H plus and Na plus ions are given, then H plus will be preferentially discharged. H plus is here, Na plus is here. The most preferential discharge will take place for Ag and least is for K plus. Now, so in this way, what is given in our question? Cu2 plus, H plus, Mg2 plus and Na plus. So you have to write Cu2 plus, H plus, Mg2 plus and Na plus. Okay. Next question, lithium, potassium, sodium, hydrogen in decreasing order of their ionization potential. Okay, now this is the periodic table. Now the ionization potential or ionization energy increases from left to right in a period and from bottom to top. That means the elements on the top will have high ionization energy, and elements on the right side of the periodic table will have high ionization energy. What is given in our question? In our question, hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium are given. So the order in which decreasing order of their ionization potential we have to write. So hydrogen, lithium, sodium and potassium. This is the order. Okay. And the second part, next question is electron affinity. Electron affinity increases across the period and in the group from bottom to top. And in the next part of the question, the elements given are boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine. So you have to arrange them in the increasing order of their electron affinity. So boron, nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine. So the next answer is hydrogen, lithium, sodium and potassium in the decreasing order of their ionization potential. Highest ionization potential is for hydrogen, lowest ionization potential is for potassium. Fourth one, fluorine, boron, nitrogen, oxygen in increasing order of electron affinity. Electron affinity increases from left to right in a period. So the order will be boron, nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine. Okay. Now next question, fifth one, ethane, methane, ethene and ethine are given. You have to arrange in the increasing order of their molecular weight. You have to calculate the molecular weight of all these four. The atomic weight of hydrogen is 1, carbon is 12. So let us find for all of them. Ethane is C2H6. Calculate 12 into 2, 24 plus 6, 30. Okay. Similarly for methane, calculate for methane, you will get 16. Calculate for ethene. Okay, you will get 28 and calculate for ethine, you will get 26. So the order, increasing order of molecular weight will be methane, the lightest, then ethine, ethene and then ethane. Okay. I hope you have understood all the questions. For second part, click on the link given on the screen. I hope you understood, and in the second part we will discuss part 2 of chemistry 2019 paper. Thank you and take care.